One of the greatest things I've ever done for the benefit of my carp fishing was to reduce the amount of baits I took fishing with me. For sure, I used to take this coloured pop-up, that flavour coloured pop-up, and completely confuse myself. So now, you know, it's no great secret, I'm a huge fan of the Citruz. Probably for the last 3 years, if I'm casting out a single hook bait, hunting fish, stalking fish, you know, and I'm fishing a bait on the hair or on the rig, I'm using a Citruz. They've brought me massive amounts of success, not just in the UK, but right across Europe on small venues and huge, great big pits, rivers, canals, you name it. It's my go-to bait if I can find the fish and make a cast at them. It doesn't matter what season I'm fishing in, spring, summer, autumn and winter, there's always an element of the Citruz range in my bag. For sure, in the spring, summer and autumn months, I do love fishing over bait. Some Scopex squid, some good quality particles and some pellets, but I'll often incorporate an element of the Citruz range into that. But when that Citruz really comes into its own, it's now. November, December, January, February, March. When, let's be fair guys, the carp fishing gets difficult. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. You can still go out there and get bites. And it gives me a great amount of confidence when I put a Citruz pop-up or a cultured hook bait onto my rig and cast it out in amongst some fish. I often think I'm going to get the bite even when the conditions can be really bad. Going into these colder months, there's 3 main approaches I'll be adopting. The first one would be just fishing with a pop-up. At the moment we've got pink and white in the range. Pink, brilliant colour, they come in washed out and a much more higher tracked version, and then white, brilliant for your park lakes or any sort of water systems where there's bird feeding going on. In that situation, I'll fish something like a choddy or a gyro rig, find some fish, make a discreet cast and just flick maybe half a dozen, a maximum of 12 freebies in and around the vicinity of the hook bait, just to try and give the fish a little bit of confidence when they're feeding. Another really deadly tactic and more of a single hook bait approach is to fish one of the cultured pop-ups. We've done the cultured bottom baits for a number of years now, but these cultured pop-ups are incredible. Just like the bottom baits, they feature a layering glazing process that allows the outer skin to break down over time, and they're incredibly attractive. And I'll fish that in conjunction with a little fizzing stick mix and dip it in some of the glug before making the cast. Literally single hook bait approach. And the final one, I do still love knocking up a mix. Mild days in the winter months, maybe on shallower venues, canals, park lakes and similar venues like that, you can go around, if the water clarity's there, feeding a little bit of gear into the edge and just keep checking those spots. So they're my 3 go-to methods for the winter months. Get out there guys, don't let the cold put you off. Just take a little bit of Citruz with you, don't go mad throwing it in, find some fish and I'm pretty sure you'll get a few bites along the way.